welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla, and today we're going to use a new collection by Carta Bella called Sunflower Market. It is fabulous. I love it, love it, love it. I am participating for the Love of Papercrafting's new series called Scraplift Spotlight. And I am going to show you the layout that I am using as inspiration, if I can find what in the heck I've done with the magazine. What did I do with it? Oh, it's behind me. Never mind, it's all okay. It's good, it's good. We're all fine. So on this layout, I am using, for inspiration, on page 46, the designer's name is Cilla-Choice, and I am using this layout. What did I love about it? I loved the offset of the two major pieces and how she stitched around each piece. Now, the reason she did that is because she was designing a giant pocket. I don't want a pocket. I've created one, but I don't want it to be a pocket. I don't want to tuck. I don't want to store things in there that I'm going to pull out later. Everything's going to be adhered on my layout. So that is the inspiration. Now, let me get my handy dandy bookmark there. Let's go to what I created. So what I've already done is I've done my stitching. I've created my entire background. Let me back up a little bit and say this. Because I'm changing how I purchase, I'm making bigger use of the papers that I select. And my base, I gutted. So this is what it looks like. There's a hole there. Can you see that? Ta-da! These are not attached yet, but I've gutted that paper because I can use this later on. I'll show you what's taken out of it. So this is the side I wanted up. These little elements here, those are such good bits and pieces for tucking and layering to use as embellishments. That's why I wanted to gut that piece of paper. I didn't want to lose that. Now, in my past life, when I was living La Vida Loca, I would just blanket this because I knew I would have probably several of those to use as embellishments if I wanted to do that. That's not the life I'm living right now. Now, let's get back to cutting these pieces. So just looking at her layout, I thought that this inner piece was probably cut at 11.5 and the outer piece 11 3/4. So that's what I did. I didn't glue anything down because look, there's not a lot here to glue to. And if you glue and then stitch on top of it, it creates a headache, and I don't want headaches right now. I want to prevent headaches. So I have these clips that I keep on my desk. I used clips to hold it in place, and then I sewed until I got to a clip, removed the clip, and then continued. So that's how I handled that little situation. I ended up coming back and having to trim off another 1/4 inch because if I had sewn closer to the edge, the 11.5 would have fit perfectly. This piece ended up being 11 1/4, and I stitched it. I tucked it in, stitched it. Now, I think that makes sense. Currently, this is what we have. When I finish the layout, that's all going to be sealed shut. So in hers, she had tucked a piece in to make it look like, I don't know, like a tab, like a really large tab. And so that's what I decided to do. And when, at first I was just going to use this chicken strip, this chicken paper, but on this shiplap paper, it didn't pop. It didn't stand off of it. So I used this, let me find the paper. On the shiplap, no. On the chicken paper, the B side is this dark green check. No, this is not check. It's not really a plaid. We're going to call it a plaid and just go with it. So I layered those. I didn't want to use a lot of this paper because I love it. So I did a 1-inch strip and then a 1 1/4 inch strip. Layered them. I rounded the edges and I'm going to tuck that there. And you know what? This time I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of adhering, because when things start shifting around on me, it just bothers me. I don't want to be bothered. So we're going to just go ahead and tuck that in and let it be adhered. Now she had taken it looked like probably a 1 1/2 inch circle punch, and she punched the edge of this to have a little hole there. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Next, let's talk about cut-aparts. Now remember, I'm living a brand new life where I conserve, and on the 3x4 cut-aparts, the reverse side is this beautiful color of yellow. It's tone on tone. I know I can use that somewhere. So when I had my cut-aparts, I chose what cut-aparts I wanted to use more, and the ones that it really didn't matter to me if I had them or not. So they looked something like this, the total paper. This is probably not the exact, but it was something like this. I decided to cut 6 inches. We're going to save this one. And we're looking back at the shiplap and the whiteness of it. I was selecting the ones I really wanted to use. I really wanted to use this one. I wanted to repeat that chicken pattern on that one. And I wanted the green on this one. So then I started thinking, if I layer and tuck the way that she did, and you know what, I shouldn't have glued that just yet. So now we're going to undo what I just did so that I can tuck. If I do this, it doesn't pop. So once again, we're back to that. What am I going to do? So I decided to use the other cut-aparts that I had already cut apart and layer them so that I get the contrast that I'm wanting. And we're just going to put these in here wonky. We don't want them perfect. Or at least I don't. You might. I don't. But if this is my layout. And I am a little goofy about stuff like this when there's lines. I try to make sure, so there's 2 stars there and there's 2 stars there to keep it even. I'm goofy about stuff like that, I know. I've already messed up something. Oh, this is what I did. Okay, I can stop panicking. Look, I have messed up, but I didn't. Whew, we survived it. All right, so now we have that one layered, and I'm just going to tuck it in. Once again, I need to bring that adhesive up just a little bit. So I didn't want the saying, I just want the floral pattern and color. That's what's important to me. And then we're going to layer those there and re-adhere. So that's cute. Now, when you see this picture of my great nephew you're going to just be as much in love with him as I am. But he is holding his chicken. He is a little chicken farmer, and he loves his little chickens. Out of my die cut pack, I'm going to use these two. I love this where it says, I love you a bushel and a peck. I think that is so cute. I don't want the gather, so I'm just going to layer those like that. And let's get it done so that I don't go bananas because things are shifting around. And this is going to go here. That's pretty much the layout. I'm going to do some journaling here at the top. I hope you have enjoyed this layout of the series, Scraplift Spotlight. Come back and we'll do another layout. Bye.